In today's session, we are going to discuss about ServiceNow architecture and table creation, guys. First of all, we will understand ServiceNow architecture. Okay. So let me just go to the whiteboards and show you how exactly the ServiceNow architecture will look like. This whole area is called a database, guys. ServiceNow database. You are the highlighted area, right? The highlighted area is called ServiceNow database. Okay. The total highlighted area is called ServiceNow database. ServiceNow database is full of tables. Each element is a table here. ServiceNow database is full of tables. In ServiceNow database, more than 6,000 tables are there. In ServiceNow database, more than 6,000 tables are there. Remember, guys, there is a database. In the database, there are more than 6,000 tables. We have seen incident is actually one table. Problem is one table. Change request is another table. Knowledge is another table. User is actually another table. Other details is actually another table. Group is actually another table. Role is actually another table. Department is actually another table. Location is actually another table. Incident task, problem task. Likewise, like these tables, there are around 7,000 tables are there. 7,000 tables are there. Okay. Now I'll go to ServiceNow. I'll show you the ServiceNow database. Go to the tables, the system definition. You can see here in ServiceNow database, how many tables are there? 6,739 tables are there. In ServiceNow database, there are around 6,739 tables are there. Incident is actually one of the table. Incident is actually one of the table. We have seen incident form, right? That form is designed from this table. We have seen incident form, right? That form is designed from this particular table. We have seen problem table. Problem form is designed from this table. We have seen change request form, right? Change request form is designed from this table. Okay. And we have seen knowledge form, right? Knowledge form is designed from this particular table. We have seen user form, right? User form. We created user account. User form we have seen, right? User form is designed from this particular user table. We have seen group form, right? Group form is designed from this group table. We have seen role, right? Role form is designed from this particular role table. Okay. There is a database. In the database, there are around 7,000 tables are there. You have seen that. Around 7,000 tables are there. Guys, in ServiceNow, you have to always play with tables. Suppose you entered something, it will be stored somewhere in the table. Getting my point? You entered something, it will be stored somewhere in the table. Okay. So We will be playing with these tables. We will be playing with these tables. That is what it is. ServiceNow is all about. ServiceNow is all about is playing with tables. In the database, there are 7,000 tables are there. You will have to play with these tables. This is database. In the database, we have around 7,000 tables. Out of them, incident is one table. From the table, we designed the incident form. We have in the database, there is one problem table. From the problem table, problem form is designed. We have change request table in the database. From the table, change request form is designed. We have knowledge table in the database. From the table, knowledge form is designed. We have user table in the database. From that user table, user form is designed. So if you don't believe me, I'll show you. So I am just opening the user table. From this particular user table, user form is designed. To click on show form. So this is the table. This table I opened. This user table I opened. In this table, I can just click on show form. This is the user form. So we used this user form to create the user account, right? We used this user form to create the user account. So similarly, I am opening the incident table in the database. From this incident table, so we have designed the incident form. This is the incident form, right? In the database, I am just opening the problem table. Okay. From this particular table, problem form is designed. Okay. In the database, we have change request table. Vamsi, we will create the tables, Vamsi. We ServiceNow developers will create the tables. Change request form is designed from the change request table. Okay. Guys, here remember, by default, when company purchase the ServiceNow product from ServiceNow company, some tables by default will come with the instance. When company purchased the ServiceNow product from ServiceNow company, by default, some tables will come. User table, group, roles, incident, problem, change. Those tables will come. Okay. If you want to create a new table in the database, we can also create a new table in the database. Okay. If you want to create a new table here, you can create a new table here. Getting my point? So there are actually around 7,000 tables are there. 7,001 table you want to create. You can create a table. See, let us say I entered a value here. This value will be stored in a table, somewhere in the table. Whatever you do, the value will be stored somewhere in the table. So all we need to understand is understanding the tables, playing with the tables is what we need to understand. Okay, it is very important. playing with the tables is all about ServiceNow. Those who already have some SQL knowledge, they can easily learn ServiceNow. You don't need to have SQL knowledge, okay? Again, Uday is telling to learn SQL. No need to learn SQL, okay? So, yes, by default, ServiceNow provide these 6,000 tables, okay? So, in the database, we have seen incident table, problem table, change table, user table. From these tables, we will design the forms, guys. Okay? Okay. So, you will design the form. So, let us say you designed the incident form. You are entering the field values. You are entering the field values. And whatever the values that you entered, should be stored somewhere, right? These values should be stored somewhere, right? Hmm? These values will be stored in the incident table. Okay. So what is the number? 38807. 38807. So I am just opening the incident table. Opening the incident table. Click on show list here. Show list. If you click on show list, it will open the incidents list. There are so many records. Okay. So 3338807 test group is change management group. So that is what we have selected, right? Change management group. So those details are stored here. Those details are stored here. Likewise, whatever you enter will be stored somewhere in a table. Because I entered that in an incident form, it is stored in the incident table. If you enter something in the problem form, it will be stored in the problem table. If you enter something in the change request form, it will be stored in the change request table. If you create a user account, it will be stored in the user table. Getting my point? So there is a database. In the database, there are tables. From the tables, we will design the form. There is an incident table. From the incident table, incident form is designed. If you enter a value in the incident form and save the form, those values will be stored in the incident table. In the database, there is a table called problem table. From the problem table, problem form is designed. In the form, if you enter and submit something, that will be stored in the problem table. Likewise, everything that you enter in ServiceNow will be stored somewhere in a table. Getting my point? Everything that you enter in a ServiceNow will be stored somewhere in a table. Okay, fine. First of all, we have to understand what is table. Database is collection of tables. That is what we understand so far. From every table, we'll design the form, is what we understand. Once you enter some values and submit the form, that will be stored in the table, is what we understand. Okay, we have clear. We are clear so far. Now we will understand what is table. Let me note it down. Collection of tables. Okay. Table is collection of records collection of records. Okay. Each row means record. Each column means field. Table is, instead of that, we will do one thing. Table is collection of records. In rows and columns format. Okay. So here, guys, if you go back here, let me go to whiteboards. Click on what is table in ServiceNow database. Okay. So let us take, this is an incident table. In the database, this is an incident table. Okay. So here, this one is actually a row. Okay. This one is actually a second row. Okay. Third row. Fourth row. Fifth row. And sixth row. So in this table, there are 6 rows. Okay. And this one is actually one column, second column, third column, fourth column. So table is actually a combination of rows and columns. In this table, 6 rows and 5 columns are there. Table is combination of rows and columns. Here in this table, how many rows and how many columns are here? There are 6 rows and 5 columns. So now we'll go to the incident table. In the incident table, you have 3,27,054 rows. This one is a row, guys. This is a row. This is also another row. This one is also a row. Okay. So this one is column. This one is column. Number is a column. Short description is a column. Description is a column. Active, parent incident. These are columns. So this one we call it as row. This one we call it as row. This one is also a row. This one is also a row. So likewise, we have 3,27,054 rows are here. And how many columns here? 5, 10, around 23 columns are there. So I'm guessing there is no number I can see. I'm just guessing. Okay. We have 3,27,054 rows and 23 columns in this particular incident table. We will now see in the problem table, how many rows and how many columns are there. Scroll down and click on show list here. Show list. So here you see here how many rows and how many columns are here. You have 154 rows. Okay. 5, 9, 9, 9 plus 7, 10, 16. We have 154 rows and 16 columns in the problem table. So here, this one is a row, guys. This one is a row. Okay. This one is a row. and this one is a column. This one is a column. This one is a column. Okay. Okay, Vamshi, I'll come to you, Vamshi. Okay. So as Vamshi asked, we can customize the existing tables as well. We can create a new field on the existing tables. We can update the existing fields. We can customize the existing tables and existing fields. But we can't delete the existing tables and existing fields. We can customize them still. Getting my point? You can't delete them. Hmm? We'll discuss it. Okay. So in the problem table, how many rows and how many columns are there? 150 rows, 154 rows and 16 columns. And we will see in the user table. The user table, how many rows and how many columns are there, we will see now. Can't show list here. The user table, I have 869 rows. 869 rows. 5, 9, 10, 14, 17. So we have 869 rows. Okay. We have 869 rows and 17 columns. Getting my point? We have 869 rows and 17 columns in the user table. Likewise, table is combination of rows and columns. Okay, let me just change it. Table is okay. So in the database, there will be a collection of tables. Every table will have rows and columns. Every table will have rows and columns. In the user table, there are 869 rows and 17 columns are there. In the problem table, there are 154 rows and 16 columns are there. In the incident table, there are 3,25,000 rows and 23 columns are there. Likewise, every table is combination of rows and columns. In the every table, you can see rows and columns. Getting my point? Okay. So here you go to the user table again. From the user table, user form is designed. User form is designed. Show form. So now I am actually entering some details here. Test user. Created a user account now. Just 090909. Okay. So go to the table, click on show list. Now you can see extra row here, 870 rows here. 870 rows. So test 090909, user test@gmail.com. These are stored in the user table. New row is added, right? In the user table, new row is added from the user form. Likewise, we can use forms to create the new rows, new records on the table. A row is nothing but record. A row is nothing but record. So In short, in short, ServiceNow database is collection of tables. Every table is combination of rows and columns. Till this point, everybody is clear, right? We will have to play with the tables in ServiceNow. Whatever you enter, let us say you are entering something. Let us say you go ServiceNow, you are entering something here. You are entering here. It also will be stored somewhere in the table. This also will be stored somewhere in the table. Let me just see here. Search results are stored in any tables in ServiceNow. There is a table called TS underscore query table is what they are telling. Just to go to the tables. Global searches. In this table, we searched something, right? Searched using some keyword. That keyword also stored in this table. It didn't show me. Search term should be shown here, but it is not showing. We have searched with some term, right? Today we searched with these terms. Today we searched with these terms. 17 minutes ago, we searched with test keyword. Huh? These are actually knowledge searches. Global searches is actually this one. Why is it not showing the search term here? See, everything that you do in ServiceNow will be stored somewhere in the table. We searched something. What did we search and all is stored somewhere in the table, global searches table. Getting my point? So only thing that I want to highlight here in this session is we will have to play with the tables in the database. Okay. Okay. Now in the database, I am going to create a new table. In the database, I am going to create a new table. Okay. I am creating a table called incident table, which is already there, but I am creating a new one. As soon as I provide a label here, name gets automatically populated. As soon as I provide a label, name gets automatically populated. If you remember, if you remember, no, no, no. Label is for employees purpose. Name is for ServiceNow developers purpose. Labels are always for employees purpose. See, employees will see this incident label. Developers can only see this name. This name is for ServiceNow developers purpose. If you observe here one thing, there are already all there. These are all small letters. There is no capital letter here. It is starting with U underscore. What is U underscore here? U underscore means the table is created by ServiceNow developer. ServiceNow by default providing 6,000 tables, right? Those tables will never start with U underscore. That if the table name is starting with U underscore means the table is created by ServiceNow developer. Getting my point? So if you see in the tables, we can see user table. User table is not starting with U underscore. Incident table is not starting with U underscore. Problem table is not starting with U underscore. Group table is not starting with U underscore. ServiceNow by default provide some tables, right? Those tables will never start with U underscore. If a table name is starting with U underscore means that is created by ServiceNow developer. Okay. So our incident table, ServiceNow provided incident table name is not starting with U underscore. But whatever the incident table that we are creating, it is starting with U underscore. So U underscore means if the table name is starting with U underscore means that is created by ServiceNow developer, that is not coming from ServiceNow directly. If the table is directly coming from ServiceNow, those tables are called out of the box tables. Out of the box tables. Whatever ServiceNow is providing by default, those are called out of the box tables. If ServiceNow is providing by default some fields means those are out of the box fields. Okay, out of the box means whatever ServiceNow is giving by default when we purchase the product, those are called out of the box. Okay, I am unchecking this one. We'll discuss about this extends table and create module later. Now you understand, right? Label and name. Label is for employees purpose, name is for ServiceNow developer purpose. I am creating a new table here. Okay. Now a table is created in the database. Now in the ServiceNow database, 7,001 tables are there. As per the diagram that I mentioned here, we have a table created in this database. In this database, we have created a table that is actually 7,001 table. As soon as the table is created, 6 fields will get created. These are called system fields. As soon as the table is created, 6 fields will get created. These are called system fields. So what are those 6 fields? Created by, updated by, updates, and system ID. These 6 fields will get created automatically whenever a table is created. These 6 fields are common in every table. There are 7,000 tables, right? In every table, these 6 fields are common. Okay. So in every table, these 6 fields are common. Okay. So you take incident table, this you can find these six fields. You take problem table, you can find these six fields. You take user table, you take group table, you take any table, these 6 fields are common. I'll show you. Let me open the user table. So user table name is not starting with U underscore here. Is it starting with U underscore? It is not starting with U underscore because it is provided by ServiceNow by default. Okay. I scroll down here. You can see created by. Okay. Updated by. Updates. System ID. Okay. You take any table in the database. These 6 fields are common. These 6 fields are common. Okay. We will understand about each field. Suppose you are creating the incident, guys. Your laptop is not working. You are creating the incident. Who created the incident? What time the incident is created? So created field will hold what time record is created in the table. In the table. Who created record in the table? Okay. In the table. Who updated? How many times record is updated? In the table. System ID is what we have to understand it clearly, guys. Whenever a record is created in the table, let us say incident table. In the incident table, you are creating a record. In the incident table, you are creating a record. As soon as the record is created, a unique ID will be generated. A unique ID will be generated. When record is created, unique ID will be generated. Okay. The unique ID will never match with any other record system ID in any other table. Okay. The unique ID will never match with any other record in any other table in ServiceNow. So I go to the incident table now first. I go to the incident table now. From the incident table, I'll open the incident form. Okay, from the incident table, I'll open the incident form. Okay. So now I'm creating the incident record, right? There is a created field, right? In the created field, in the created field, what time the record is created? Now I am creating the record, right? At this time, the time will be stored in the created field. Okay. Now you can see here. Okay. Now you can see system ID is -1. For new records, it is a new record. For new record, the system ID will always be -1. The system ID will always be -1. You take user form and click on show form. For new record, this is new user record, system ID is -1. On every table, for new record, the system ID will be -1. Once you create the record, the -1 will become unique ID. The -1 will become unique ID. So this is actually called system ID. So this is how the system ID will look like. Remember this point. For new records, the system ID will always be -1. Here you can see for new user account, the system ID is -1. In the URL, you can see -1. Once a record is created, the -1 will become system ID. Are these two system IDs matching? So when a record is created, unique ID will be generated. The unique ID will never match with any other record in any other table in ServiceNow. This is 32 alphanumeric character. This is 32 alphanumeric character. Understand my point? So here, whenever a table is created, 6 fields will get created automatically. Created by, updated by, system ID and updates. So in the created field, what time the record is created will be stored. Who created the record, what time it was updated, and who updated it, and how many times record is updated in the table. Okay. Now what I do is I go to the table that I created. This is the table that I created. In this table, I have created, there are 6 fields get automatically created. So just go to form design form. Go to design form. So created by, I am adding here. Created by. Updated by, I am adding here. Updates also I am adding here. So where is the system ID? Where is the system ID field? Where is the sixth field? System IDs will never be shown on the form. If you show system ID on the form, employees will see that system ID. They will ask you, what is the system ID? Why do we need this and all? That is why system IDs won't be shown on the form. Only ServiceNow developer can understand what is system ID. Employees can't understand. That is why we don't show system IDs to employees. Okay. I created total. There are 6 fields get created. Those 5 fields I am showing on the form, guys. Okay. And if you go to the control tab here in the table, there is auto number checkbox. ANC, CANC, custom ANC. CANC, I'm giving the fix. And save this one. If you check the auto number checkbox, a new field will be created. A new number field will be created. New number field is created here. You can see number field. If you scroll down and click on show form, you have how many fields? So you have total 5 fields and number field. 6 fields you created. System ID can't be shown on the form, guys. Remember. Okay. And just save this one. So what time the record is created? Who created? Admin. Uday Gadiparthi's login name is admin. Uday Gadiparthi's login name is admin. What time it was updated? Who updated? How many times it is updated? Okay. I'm just updating number here. Now the updates count is increased. Okay. Now the updates count is increased. 2 updates. System who created, when it was created, who created, when it was updated, who updated, how many times it is updated will be stored in the system fields. And along with that, we created a number field. Like you have incident number on the incident form, right? So like this number, I have created a number field on the form. So remaining form design part, we'll see it in tomorrow session. You just understand how to create a table in the database. When a table is created, name gets automatically populated. Name will start with U underscore because ServiceNow developer is creating the table. ServiceNow developer created tables will always start with U underscore. And as soon as the table is created, 6 fields get automatically created. Those are called system fields. So created by, updated by updates and system ID. System ID is actually a unique ID that gets generated whenever a record is created on the table. Okay. So I'm going to this incident table. You can see for this particular record, the system ID is equal to -1. You can see it is -1. Once the record is created, it will system ID will be generated. You can say ID is generated, system ID is generated. Okay. So that system IDs, we ServiceNow developers use that system IDs in scripting purpose. System ID is for ServiceNow developers purpose. Whenever a record is created, system ID will be generated. Okay. So till now, any questions from anyone, guys? I'm unmuting everyone. Vamsi, you can go ahead now.
Yeah, thanks, Uday. Uday, the thing is like first thing you confirm whatever the out of box table fields, so we can't able to delete, right? Those things we can't able to delete. But
Yes.
but for the existing for existing columns we can rename it. We can able to rename.
Yes.
And then maybe for I'm as for my knowledge every field has some data type and their size, right? So
Yes.
those data types also we can adjust.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is
Okay.
an incident field. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is ServiceNow provided field.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. So this can't be deleted, but
Okay.
you can rename it. You can resize it.
Okay.
I want to change it to incident number.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I can change it to
So means it is changed at a label level, but back end the
name will be as
column
it
name.
is.
Okay. 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 So
You
yeah.
can't change the column name.
Okay. We can't able to change. Okay. We can able to change only labels, right? Labels only
Yes.
we can able
Yes.
to.
Yes. You change the
Okay.
column name, you will have to modify the script to total whatever the logic that will be written. You
Yep.
have to.
Yep. Yep. Okay, but ideally that is not required. Like only labels, like based on the customer
Yes.
required, like we can able to.
Yes.
Okay. And then one more thing is that one also you are while creating that custom table, right? You are giving some name, suppose user, and automatically it is populating u underscore user, right? So
Mm.
that user underscore we can rename or it will be locked. Otherwise,
At the time of creation, we can modify.
no.
See,
You given sorry, label, right? User, but automatically it is coming as a u underscore user, right?
Yes.
U underscore incident. So that U underscore incident we can able to modify.
While creation, you can modify. See, let me create a label, provide that problem here. Problem is a label here, okay?
Yep.
While creating, you can change it to problem custom.
That's what. Yeah. Okay. So this is my
After
question.
creating
Like,
the table, you can modify.
Okay.
Okay.
Means later also we can able to modify this name, right?
No, name will once a record once table is created, you can never change the name.
Okay. At this time only we can able to change, right? We can able
Yes.
to rename.
Label can be changed at any time.
Yeah, label can be changed, but table name can be at the creation of time, whatever we given, that is fine, right?
Hmm.
In case if we want to do like some backend scripting, we have to do like it is something, right? We can.
Yes.
Okay. And then there are two more small questions, so they like so that's the whenever we creating some new table, right? It is generating 6 fields, right?
Hmm.
So suppose one instance there, one incident every time only one record there, right? So what my question here is, suppose there are two assignees are working on that. Like I am working today, but I am not able to, like maybe I am on leave or I am vacation. Some other picked that ticket. Okay,
Hmm.
so he'll assign that ticket to his name.
Hmm.
So there in the same record, the last user who working on this ticket will update it there, or like for every assignee, or it will create new record.
I didn't understand the question actually.
So suppose one user created one incident today. Okay,
No.
so
Okay.
maybe some X person created. So
Hmm.
I assign myself that ticket. Like I am the person who is assigning myself, and I am working on it.
Hmm.
So initially what happened for that X ticket, X user created and updated by is me, and some updated time also coming, right?
Hmm.
So later I am maybe leave for some reason, and
Hmm.
some other person assigned to the same ticket.
Hmm.
So for the same record, with the new user, some one more record will create, or with the existing record, it will update the latest user name there.
In the existing record, the latest username will be updated.
Okay, so for one incident, only one record, like no history can, right? No history. Like if supposed to users assign like only latest last user name will be updated in the record, but the
Yes.
previous user history won't able to.
Hi-
Is it possible? Uh-huh.
Yeah, we can check that history.
Okay.
Suppose this incident is there, this incident is
Mm-hmm.
created, it is
Yep.
assigned to some person here.
Uh-huh.
Like sure it is assigned.
Yep.
Okay. He is on vacation. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it
Yeah.
is assigned to someone.
Yep.
It is assigned to someone. So this guy is the owner for this particular incident now.
Now, yes. Uh-huh.
Okay. So only this guy can work on it. Okay.
Yep.
And previous user is actually stored here in the history. Uday Gadiparthi.
Here it will save, but in the table we can able to see only the
Hmm.
latest user,
Hmm.
right?
If you want to see the history of this particular field, you can also see the history of this particular field as well. Right click and configure, not configure. There is a history tab here. Go to the
Oh, okay.
calendar and which particular field history you want to see assigned to, right?
Yep. Assignee.
Assigned to. Okay. And you can see what is happening on the particular record.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So my question is clear. Like, but the table record only latest user name will update, and there
Yeah.
it will modify count as one, right, from 0 to 1 that time.
Yes.
Okay, and
So
then one
this
more.
is the latest update.
Yeah. In green mark, right? In green mark.
Hmm,
Okay.
hmm, hmm.
And then like one more query is like while creating it is showing sysid equal to -1, right? So that
See,
will be
Vamsi, you are not allowing everyone to ask the questions.
no,
Remember
no,
this
no. This
point.
is last question, Uday. May-
Okay.
maybe others can, like, I will take last, like, if no one there,
Uh,
then
uh, uh, uh.
yep.
Go ahead, please. Vamsi, go ahead.
No. Maybe others can take chance. Like, if no one there, then I can take the last Uday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guys, rest of the guys, any questions? Vamsi, you can go ahead now.
Yeah. So only two questions, final questions, Uday. Like, that
Hmm.
sysID equal to -1, it is coming, right, while creating the
Hmm.
record, like before saving.
Hmm.
So that may be configured at the back end somewhere, like, that's why it's showing -1. We can
No.
able
That
to.
is system behavior.
Okay.
System
So
ID
that will be
-1 is a standard system behavior.
okay. We can't able to set some other value in place of
No.
-1, something we can't. Anyway, so that is maybe silly question. Sorry.
No, that is not
uh,
a silly question. That is a valid question.
okay.
That is a valid
So,
question.
and on one
See,
last, like, everything
whatever
is
the
yeah.
doubts that you are asking are valuable. Okay, the doubts that you are asking are 100% valuable. Okay.
Okay, Uday. Yeah.
Go ahead now.
One last question, like, everything whatever we did is under, everything is saved under tables, right? Table, like, at the back end, some database will be there.
Hmm.
So just curious, like, what is that database like? Maybe it's depends on the organization, or like
No,
Oracle,
no.
SQL. There are many, right? So
Yeah, ServiceNow use MySQL database in the backend.
okay. Means if we know MySQL, like SQL language, maybe we can leverage that in the ServiceNow part.
We don't use SQL queries in ServiceNow. Okay.
Okay.
We don't use SQL queries in ServiceNow. We'll be using ServiceNow provided APIs. So that will be
Okay.
converted as a SQL query in the backend.
Ha. But directly there is no possible, like, we can write some SQL to modify
No.
or to. Okay. Uday. Yeah. Thanks, Uday.
Okay.
That's it.
But
That's it.
your understanding
Yeah.
levels are good, Vamsi. Keep it up. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. Rest of the guys. Okay. So guys, keep practicing and create one table in the database. And tomorrow we'll be seeing the form design part. Okay. Okay, guys. See you there in tomorrow's session. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.